But I love the idea of breath work because, like, you brought up meditation as something like pretty similar. I cannot meditate for the life of me because, like,
Oh,
I'll sit down and they're like, just empty your mind. I'm like, my brain does not just like empty. And if I do get it to a semi-empty state, all of a sudden, like, my anxiety like kicks in and I start going down the spiral in my head of like all of the things that could go wrong today. So it
yeah.
does not work
Yeah.
for me. But like if I'm actually sitting there and intentionally like focusing on one thing or like doing some sort of a repetitive behavior, I've learned is really beneficial for me to actually kind of tap into that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Can I jam on that for a second?
Yes, please.
I love this conversation. I just had a conversation about meditation and breath work with a friend on Instagram, and I don't know if she had an observation or if she had learned this somewhere. So I'm not exactly sure like what the source of this idea and concept is, but it landed so true in my system and with what I've seen. She essentially said that meditation works really, really well for the masculine energy and
Mm.
specifically men. Like it's almost like you're
They're
emptying that
so like
mind.
one box, like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, you're using willpower to just like let it all go, to just like be in that box and it's just like zen out, right? But she's like, it doesn't work for women. Like she literally said it does not work for women. And I I've had the same experience with you. Like that meditation was like, I can see how this could be amazing and beneficial, but like it's really not working for me. I could do a visualization. I could have someone like guide me on this path where I could just create imagery in my mind, so that it like my brain is still active, but it's focused on one thing. That worked well for me, but I've never been able to just clear my mind and have any sort of like helpful experience. And so she was going off on how breath work is so beneficial for our feminine energy, for that like female mind that is just hyperactive. We have that awareness on our breath. We are actively, moving that energy. Our body is having that, like you said, like that repetitive behavior, something to focus on. And the goal is not even to clear your mind. I think that's something that like a lot of people find resistance with as we do breath work. And I've definitely found myself there is like, oh, why is my mind so active? And as the facilitator, if I'm recognizing that someone's having an active mind, it's like, that gets to be here. The activation, it gets to be here. It's part of the process. And so, yeah, I love that you mentioned that is if you are someone that's like, I would love to meditate, like you see the benefits there and you've like tried and it just doesn't work for you, I would highly encourage you to go try breath work. I
Hmm.
just, just be curious about that.
Yeah, I yeah. Like I said, you and I are two peas in a pod, so
Yeah.
it totally makes
Yeah.
sense to me. So